All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First, want to give honors, go to space due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash, double honors, spots, and elders. It's a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing his work on the four corners of earth. Of the four corners of earth, and basically this video I'm about to show you happening in the Philippines a few days ago. So yeah, this is a storm, and the Philippines, the country, was visited. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play this clip, and then we'll get to some scriptures.
On November 4th, Typhoon Tino, international name Kalmiji, battered the central Philippines, unleashing destructive winds and torrential rains that flattened homes, crippled infrastructure, and forced hundreds of thousands of residents to flee their communities.
Grabe na ako kadugay sa Mandawi pero ingon ani. First time. Wala ko na ratol pero grabe na tulog gid akong luha.
Daan pa ko? The storm, which intensified rapidly over the Philippine Sea before landfall, struck the province of southern Leyte around 3 o'clock in the morning with maximum sustained winds of about 140 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching 155 kilometers per hour, according to the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. Moving west-northwest at roughly 20 kilometers per hour, the typhoon carved a path of destruction across Leyte, Samar, Bohol, and Cebu before moving toward the Visayan Sea later in the day. Across the Visayas, residents awoke to scenes of devastation. In several coastal towns of Leyte, officials estimated that as much as 80% of houses had been damaged or completely destroyed.
Makapunta ko emergency. Pag pwede pa patabang ni Diri Dapita Villia Azalea Kutkot Liluan, please. Please guys, tabangin.
Roofs were torn away, concrete walls collapsed, and entire wooden structures were flattened. Public facilities such as schools, churches, and municipal halls sustained heavy damage as howling winds battered the region through the night.
This seated vest is a must-have for surviving the winter.
Salaki for the Zaki.
In Tacloban City, power outages and communication breakdowns were reported after transmission towers and distribution lines were toppled. The National Grid Corporation of the Philippines confirmed that 5 major transmission towers in eastern Visayas were destroyed, cutting electricity to hundreds of thousands of households. Cellular and internet services in several municipalities were disrupted, isolating many communities just as emergency calls began pouring in.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. You see, these people had to get up on the roof, you know, and for real, these, yeah, that ain't no joke, man. You gotta come, they had to climb up to the roof, you know, hey, but that's what time it was over there, you know, and let me go ahead and get to some scriptures. Okay, Book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 2. Behold, the Lord Yahweh have a mighty and strong one, which as tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing, shall cast down to the earth with the hand. Okay, so yeah, that ended up happening, you know. All right, next one. Isaiah 29 and 6. Thus shall be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, with thunder and with earthquakes and great noise, with storms and tempests, and a flame and the flame of devouring fire. So yeah, you know, when these storms come, man, they gonna be something else, you know. Okay, here we go. And the Lord Yahweh shall cast his glorifying voice to be heard, and shall show the lightning down of his arm with the indigenous of his anger, and with the flames of devouring fire, which was scattered in tempests and hailstones. So yeah. Hey, you know that, yay, when these storms come, they come, you know. But let me show a little bit more of this, and then we'll close it out.
On the islands of Bohol and Cebu, the situation was equally dire. In Tagbilaran, storm surges inundated the port area, submerging vehicles and damaging storage warehouses. Along Cebu's southern coastline, seawater swept into residential districts of Karkar and Sabanga, forcing families to cling to rooftops until rescuers arrived. In Ormoc and Bay, concrete sea walls were breached by waves as high as 3 meters, scattering debris hundreds of meters inland.
Palihog! Palihog ko! Padamo tabang diri! Pagpadamog tabang diri, please! 911 can reach us, kuya. Matuma na sa balay, guys. Never na mo rescue, bakayan, Guladong Rio 1, please lang.
The Department of Public Works and Highways said a dozen bridges and key highways in Leyte and Samar remained impassable because of flooding and landslide. Large portions of the Maharlika Highway, a vital artery linking eastern and central Visayas, were cut off by collapsed slopes and fallen trees, complicating relief efforts that continue under persistent rain. More than 150,000 residents have evacuated from coastal and flood-prone areas throughout eastern Visayas, Baikal, and northern Mindanao. Many shelters are filled beyond capacity, prompting officials to convert classrooms and gymnasiums into temporary housing.
Hey, so with that, I want to give honor, glory, and praise due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peter Akim is doing this work on the four corners of earth. Shalom.